Hey everybody, welcome to the Project 24 review. I'm going to give you an in-depth review of Income School's Project 24 by Jim and Ricky. So what I want to do is introduce a little bit of what we're going to be going over. We're going to be going over, who's doing the review, so who am I, because you guys don't know who I am. I want to actually show you a look inside to see what courses and what lessons are actually included in Project 24, so you will get a better sense of, if you sign up, what you'll actually get. I want to break down one of the course loads inside of Project 24, the 60-day niche site course, which really shows you how to build out the sites. So you'll get a closer look at that. I'm going to give you some insight into some of the exclusive access and content you get with the community and podcast, and then give you an overall grade to see, is it worth the price? Okay, so that's kind of what I intend to do. So who am I? I'm an actual student. Okay, I will actually switch over so you can see me real brief, because I know you guys are dying to see me. Hi. Here I am, over here. So yeah, I'm an actual student, guys. I did not get the course for free. I paid for it full price. Wasn't a deal to review the site. I actually signed up on July 4th, 2018. Didn't do anything except sign up on July 4th, 2018. I was too stuffed from barbecue, but that's the day I decided. I was sitting around after everybody left, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger on this. I've been watching Jim and Ricky on the Income School guys for a while. I really kind of like what I think they seem to be about. So that's the day I signed up. So what is about 3.5 months ago I signed up. A little bit about me as well. I've tried to create some sites in the past. The biggest one was in 2006. I actually tried to create the first soccer social network for the U.S. I did create. It's still up. It's called AmericanSoccerNetwork.com. Pretty much bombed. I mean, I paid developer and designer at the stuff. It wasn't made on WordPress with legal fees and stuff. It cost me about 20 grand all in all. Never got any real traffic. Since then, I've taken various courses about SEO, PBNs, and rank and rent, all different types of things. Some good, some bad. I've put up a ton of sites, probably, when you just factor in, getting an idea for a domain, buying the domain, installing WordPress, putting up some content, writing to a ghost town, just like Jim and Ricky talk about, 60 days, 90 days later, getting bored, seeing that nothing's happening, you're getting no real traction, kind of giving up, leaving some sites up, they're still sitting there with nothing on them, not upping some domains. But long story short, I've tried to create a lot of online sites. Not a lot, not thousands, but a decent amount with no real traction. So I just wanted to give you some perspective. I've tried to create sites in the past. I failed a whole bunch. I've paid for some courses to do that, and still with no real success. So that's who I am. Okay, and so just so you know, hey, this is someone that actually is taking the course, right? So how am I doing so far? Again, it is really early on, guys. Jim and Ricky really lay out a nice timeline of your expectations, and honestly, for the first 6 months, they're really conservative, and they talk about having really no traffic, maybe 200 visitors. By the end of your 6 months, and maybe making your first $5 in the end of 6 months. So my site, like I said, I started July 4th, started writing content and creating the site, July 5th. I actually completed the 60 steps, well, all except some of the YouTube videos. I haven't gotten all those up yet, but I've gotten the content written. I published the last article, or for now, on my niche site one on October 16th. Today is November 2nd. 2018. Took me about 3.5 months. Again, I had a lot of travel with work. My job usually takes more than 40 hours to complete. So with that being said, here's what the traffic looks like up to this point. It's really early on, but actually I'm pretty happy. As you can see early on here, it's pretty much a ghost town, just like they say. And then it's starting to pick up. In the last 30 days, I'm getting about 650 to 70 visits a day. from Google, and of course, people are seeing more than one page, which is good sign. And I've had since the beginning 2,700 page views, right, or 2390 uniques, and the average time on page, I think the content formula speaks to the 319 I'm getting, which I think is pretty good. I mean, I've never got anything close to that. Bounce rate, nothing special, 83%, but overall, Google's liking the content, guys. As you can see here, I mean, I know some of you guys might have some big sites up and be like, that's nothing, but I think for a site that really hasn't even had time to index the last bunch of articles that I just wrote, and they say about 35 weeks. If you've seen their videos, and they talk a lot about that in the course, 35 weeks to really get your site up to where it's going to be based on those first 30 articles. I think I'm off to a good start. I'm pretty happy with it. My second niche site, I started on the 18th. I've only had about 6 articles up so far. They haven't really had a chance to even get indexed yet. There's no real traffic, just maybe 1 or 2 visits from a bot or something. I've had a lot of travel, so I'm working on that. But overall, I'm pretty confident, with these results, because this doesn't just happen. If you haven't created a site before, usually Google does not give you this much love, okay, guys? And this is without link building, as you guys know. This is just create good content based on their formula that they teach you. So far, so good there. I wanted to show you that, so at least you were like, okay, well, is this guy even having any success? I haven't made any money yet. They don't really focus on monetizing until later on. I've started putting some affiliate things up there, not really optimizing it, just kind of like signing up. But I think if the traffic continues, I think it's only a matter of time. I'm starting to get clicks to those affiliate programs. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy so far. So let's look at the actual course, right? This is your course dashboard when you become a Project 24 member, okay? And inside Project 24, this is the front page. You'll get access to a bunch of different courses, right? So when you click on one of these courses, there's the respective lessons from the course in here. So this is the 60-day, the 60-step to a successful site. If it takes you a year to do, great. If it takes you 30 days, you self-pace it, but you just follow these steps, right? As you can see, some have, a video in them that will explain what the step's about, right? And some will just be, hey, it's time for you to write an article, right? So it would just be a written lesson. But you can see I've checked everything. I've done these already, right? Creating, the first site. Everything except you'll see I haven't completed all the YouTube videos, like I said, so you can see I haven't checked those yet, just to remind myself I need to do some more. I've only got a couple up there. And when I get the YouTube videos up, that will only help, right? So this is the main course I've been staying inside of during my time here, but you can see there's a lesson here, picking profitable niches, right? It's a 50 minute video that Jim and Ricky just go over exactly how to pick a profitable niche, right? And that's exactly what I did. Pick my first niche, and it's pretty easy to follow. And so this would be it for this one, right? It would just be that one video that would show you. So they don't all have like 30 steps in it, right? So it's pretty easy, to follow. But you get also no nonsense SEO, guys. I don't know, for some of you who may have taken some other courses in the past. Usually it's SEO, building niche sites. It's investing in a lot of tools where you're paying monthly, fees like to Ahrefs, which is like $100, or SEMrush, or all these different tools, which you're like kind of hemorrhaging money every month when you're building these sites. It's not. I honestly never got to success with it. Those are great tools, but when you're not making any money, you're just like, your carrying cost of doing this stuff goes up. Good thing about Jim and Ricky and Project 24 is they don't rely on any tools. So you basically get a domain and to get some hosting, and I'm writing all the content myself to learn how to do it right now. It's not costing me anything, right? Except for my time. They talk about the web traffic snowball, like when you can expect traffic to really pick up, right? Like I said, I'm kind of, I think, ahead of the curve they lay out right now. I haven't done the email marketing course yet, myth busting. Here's a great how to hire and train writers. If some of you guys want to just outsource it, this is a great course that kind of goes exactly how to hire and train writers. Photography, how to take good pictures for your stuff. Here's a cool thing. In this reviewing your sites, they'll actually have a list of sites that people in Project 24 have actually asked for some help on their site when they get it up, and they'll actually go through and do a little 10-15 minute video and show you like, hey, you might want to watch how you're picking your keyword here, or hey, we noticed this about the article that you wrote. So it teaches the entire course, right? Everybody in the community can see these videos, and then the person actually gets some help on their site. You're not going to all get one, right? So don't think you're going to come in here and they're going to review. They're pretty honest about that. They're not going to review each of your sites independently, but they are really active. Okay. This was a course that you just put up a few weeks ago. Improve and speed up your writing, because some people were saying, hey, I'm not hitting the time that you're saying it takes to create these articles. And this course, like, I went through it. It really helped. Like a lot of people were saying, right? Like they walk you through step by step, from the general formatting, right, of like a little video of how you would format and set up your articles, and then they walk you through each part of the recipe, the post recipe, okay, and it is really, really, I think, a big difference as to why stuff's ranking, okay, that I've never gotten before. Their post recipe really does work in terms of how you set up your content and your articles, and that's well worth the price, honestly, of this whole course. Honestly, it's worth 10 times the price of it from what I'm seeing early on. But that's a really cool course, and this was because people, again, we were saying, hey, we're not really hitting those times. It's going to take more time than we say, and they laid it out, and people are replying back, hey, I cut my article time down to what you guys are saying now. So that's what I want to also get out. Like, this one here is also a new course, monetizing with ads, that they just put out, and including how to monetize with a brand new site with some new ad agencies. And then Successful Mindset, which is a course from their 2-day live that they just had. They invited everyone out for free. I think that was on the YouTube channel too, that you could go. But this was a course they just put out. They're always updating, right, guys? So that's one thing. I've been in courses where you take them and you're like, man, this stuff hasn't been updated for 4 years, right? Like, come on. But you can see, they're always updating stuff here. October 30th was literally the last one. So hopefully this will help you, okay, guys? Really see kind of what you get. These are all course dashboards. They're always adding courses on here. Your price doesn't go up. Your price is $349 the first year, $199 each additional year you want to stay in. You can stay for the first year and create your sites and jump out, or you can, stay in. But I think one of the main reasons you want to stay in is cool access to this community that you do get. And this was funny. They were using a different, I guess, like community hosting kind of platform, and we weren't loving it, and they actually went and changed it, right? They got us a new basically forum, so you could actually search for questions, and made it easier. But they're active in here, guys. Look, Jimmy, right? Jimmy, like, these guys are in here answering. Okay, this is not something where you're going to be in, they're never going to talk to you. They're really, really active. They support the community. The community itself is awesome. Okay, like they will help people out with their niches, with keyword research, with encouragement. There's also an exclusive podcast if you join here, which I spent a ton of time in the car. I love this. I was weekly podcast. There's 2 seasons of it right now, giving exclusive content to members. There's a vlog that they just started, exclusive content for members, right? Like, literally, like, they put up a couple so far, right? So this is always getting better. Always. So, this is, I hopefully gives you a good understanding of what you get if you do decide to join this course, okay? Overall, guys, my overall impression, I want to go over kind of, my overall impressions. So I think, who's this course for? I think if you're serious about trying to set something up and make money online, I think this course really is a great option. If you're willing to do the work, that is, right? Or if you have the money to get the work done. This is not easy. It's easy in the sense that, like, they lay it out easy, but you gotta actually write the content. You gotta do the work, right? So if you have time to do that and you want to, like, make a go of it, I think this course is definitely for you, because it's really easy to follow, no matter what your experience level is. if you suffer from shiny object syndrome like me, who would be like, I'm going to try this, I'm going to do it, I'm taking a course, and then all of a sudden you see something else and you're like, oh, I'm going to go off to this other thing, right? Whether it's Facebook ads or Shopify or I've done all that stuff. This is great because the way they lay it out, they say, hey, look, here's the step-by-step instructions of how you do it, and here's what you should expect. Here's what you should expect at this time of the process. So I'm not second guessing myself every second step of the way. In fact, based on what they laid out, I'm actually outpacing the traffic and stuff. So it makes me feel good that, like, hey, just keep plugging away. What these guys are saying is working, right? And this domain that I showed you on my first niche site, it was a brand new domain. It wasn't something that, like, I aged or paid for, like some crazy, high SEO PBN, domain site with links. It's a brand new, fresh domain. No backlinking, nothing like that, which is another reason if you're kind of like me and didn't want to do something where it was like you're going to put all this time in, hope it works, and then hope it works long enough for you to cash in before Google catches up with you with an algorithm update and wipes away everything. I feel way better about putting in my time and energy here when it's just like, hey, here's the content. It's quality content that's helping people with no tricks. There's no reason for Google to hammer you, right? If anything, as it continues to get better, it's only going to help sites like this. If you're looking to supplement, replace your income, I think, creating niche sites, kind of little virtual real estate is a great way to do it. You probably do too. That's probably why you watch Rick and Jim and you're thinking about Project 24 course. But I think it really is a great option. I'm going to put a link below. It's actually an affiliate link, which, by the way, the Project 24 people asked for. Just another example, and they created it a couple days ago. If you use that link, I will get some commission for you signing up. They haven't raised the price, right? With the to give me some cash. If you don't want to give me cash, honestly, guys, just Google it and sign up yourself. I would still recommend it. If you do use my link, I appreciate it. I hope this was helpful because I know for me sometimes I'm like, it looks good, the sales page looks good, but I really would like to see what you get inside. And here for some people taking it. I have not made any money yet. Like I said, I'm so early on, but the returns for me, as someone who's tried a bunch of different courses and sites before with no real success, and seeing other people in the community. I mean, there's other people in the community that already have a site up, making over $100 or more, in a month because they're a little bit ahead of me. They started before me, but I would definitely recommend it. I hope you get started. Use my link again if you do. Thank you. I wish you a lot of success. Maybe I'll do some updates on this as time goes on, as I continue to get more traffic, or as I continue to build out my second site or other sites. But again, I hope this helps. I hope you feel confident in joining Project 24 because Ricky and Jim really are what they seem like on the videos. They're good guys. I think they want to see all our success, and I have no reason to think otherwise, 4.5 months into this or 3.5 months into this, whatever it is. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. This is a pretty long video, so bye-bye.